Brother Hatim, and you have joined us on Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Be sure to check out our site and subscribe at tribe.gyenamejourney.com.
All my brothers and sisters, hold hands and bow your heads. Let us pray. God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth amongst the gods. How long will you judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? I say, defend the poor and the fatherless, do justice to the afflicted and the needy, deliver the poor and needy, rid them out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of court. I have said, in your God, and all of you are children of the Most High, but you shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Rise, O God, judge the earth, thou shalt inherit all nations. Allahu Akbar.
This is Kabbalah Fox, and you are now listening to the Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
Keep up with the journey. Check out what we have done in the past. Go to journeyarchives.com.
This is Abin Sheik, aka Ace, live from Shisha Lounge, and you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
Be sure to follow Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook, Google Plus, and Twitter. Check us out. Join the journey.
This is Abin Sheik, aka Ace, live from Shisha Lounge, and you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio with Monica. Enjoy. This is Marina with the Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
This is Willie. Welcome to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. I want to give a shout out to Silver Kevin, all my Silver Nation out there. I want to give a shout out to my mom. I give a shout out to my dad for raising me and my family to be around me. And I want to give a shout out to the people of my generation that's trying to do something big.
And you're listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
Peace, Hotep. It's Mansour Hotep, aka Mr. Deity. Mr. Deity, does it sound good? I think it sounds great. Right now, you listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
If you're not adding anything to the culture that you claim, you don't deserve to carry its name. This is Brother Hatim coming at you live, and you are now listening to the Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Shouts out to the Gye-Nyame tribe, Gye-Nyame family. Stand up. Peace. You're not adding anything to the culture that you claim. You don't deserve to carry this name. This is Brother Hotel coming at you live, and you are now listening to the Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Shouts out to Gye-Nyame Social. Gye-Nyame family. Stand up. You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Peace. This is Gina. And you are now
you listen to your daddy.
on Gye-Nyame Radio. Peace.
This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this all the way off, so we ain't got to deal with that. Gye-Nyame Journey Media. All right, of course, you know this is Folk Tales for Grown Folks. Of course, you know this is a Heart of a Simple production. But we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Alright, somebody in the chat, I see you. Somebody in the chat, let me see if there's anybody on here. What's up, family? So I want to remind everybody. Oh, that's me in the chat. Alright. I want to remind everybody we had the G&J Mall this week. Man, and this weekend, and the time has totally slipped away from me. Cleveland, come here. Time has totally slipped away from me, and I don't know where the time has gone, man. I really don't know, but it's all good. But we're going to have the mall this weekend because people been trying to see if we're going to have the mall. We're having the mall, family. I apologize for the late notice. Give me that right there. I apologize for the late notice, but y'all know how we get down here at Gye-Nyame Journey. We make it happen. So, one of the issues is that, and this is going to kind of get into my talk right now, give me my little couple minutes of to vent for a second. We have something very powerful planned for the community. Something that will help us raise funds and tie up a lot of loose ends. Gye-Nyame Journey has money tied up and is being stalled by people that look like me. Now, this is money that we could have took a little bit of it and helped send some sisters to SIMSA because I have money to get to them because I gave money to this, trying to get it moving. You know what I'm saying? We got young brothers leaving for Simba this Friday. Excuse my, that's push-ups. This Nia. You know what I'm saying? No money for that. You know what I'm saying? We have to raise money in other ways. Money totally tied up. Well, we could have had already made all of the money back and everything has been started. Family, let me tell y'all something. Let me just say this to you, and it's very important that all you nation builders listen to me. We need to start establishing our borders and be very clear about what's acceptable and what's not acceptable in our midst. Columbus is my midst. Now, you might be in another city. Columbus is my midst. And when I start hearing certain things, you know what I'm saying? People need to start learning that certain things are not allowed in Columbus. It's certain behaviors that are treason. And we could no longer allow motherfuckers to walk around here in positions where they are supposed to serve the community and not do so. So whether we're talking about politicians, administrators, of public facilities is, I'm not going to go all the way in on it right now. I'm not going to go all the way in on it, but I am going to say this, right? I am going to say this. Gye-Nyame Journey is going to start rocking a lot of boats in this city. This whole conscious community type thing, family, this whole us not getting involved in politics and not doing, we are paying taxes. These people are supposed to serve us, and we have been neglected. And I am tired of the shit. I'm tired of dancing. I'm tired of having to roll around. You know what I'm saying? All politics are local. And we can actually affect what goes on in this city. And we don't. We just sat back and let everybody else do it. A young brother said this to me the other day. He said, family, the only reason the shit is happening in the city the way it is because they're doing it by default. Because we are defaulting. And this is the only way certain people are getting in office. This is the only way certain people are getting in positions and controlling shit with my name on it. So I'm going to calm down before I ruin a business deal from right now, because it's bigger than me right now. But then, like I said, this is only the first step, family. It's gonna be different here on out. But we got Brother Shaka on the line. Brother Shaka on the line just got done with his play, and I'm quite sure he has some stuff he want to share with us before we get into these folk tales. What's going on, Brother Shaka?
Man, I am all over the place.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So in Cleveland, there's this thing that Cleveland Foundation does once a year now called Common Ground, where it's a citywide conversation, and we get to host our part of the, our piece of the equation. And so it's crazy how it's set up. It's like maybe 25 different sites where this conversation is being held throughout the whole day. And I'm hosting a piece of it. And the piece that I'm hosting regards conversation about the healing arts and solution-based media makers and where we are and where we need to be in the Cleveland arts culture. So it's a big conversation. There's people within that community too, where you need to establish a particular protocol, because soon what it's going to be is, unless it has just one stamp on it, it's not really certified within this holistic community, or, you know what I mean? So it's a lot going on, and it's a lot to talk about. So, I welcome y'all. If there's any way for me to be able to go on live and have y'all a part of the conversation, that'd be wonderful. I got to figure out the time tonight. I'll post it online as soon as they build me into the site. So within the next 48 hours, we know what time on Sunday the conversation's happening. But until then, let's get back down to the folk tale.
All right. Before we get to the folk tale, I want to cover some of the news on the timeline, because there's a lot going on. Of course, y'all know, once again, we have the G&J Mall popping off this Kuumba, 6/29, June 29th, from 12 to 6 p.m. as usual, last Kuumba of the month. And hope the family come out. Like I said, I've been slacking because in my mind, I've been totally focused on this web piece that should have been done like 2 weeks ago. I'm still being delayed. I'm still being stalled out. And because I'm being stalled out, the money is stagnating. And because the money is stagnating, I'm losing it. And it's like, so I may not be able to do the event even if I'm approved. So I mean, and it's so frustrating, right? But hold on. So that's why I've been focusing on the J&J Mall, because this shit was supposed to be done. So we've been me and Navita been trying to seal this deal, but it's been slowed down. But anyway, all right. So on here I posted up an old folktale that I didn't create. Came up, I heard the idea and I put it in a high temp fashion. It's a free one, so check it out. I'm also posted up the folktale earlier this week, but also one of the things I want to cover is family. I want you to look at the map that I posted up on Gye-Nyame Journey, and I want you to see how Iran is hemmed in. And I just want you to imagine how you would feel if you was hemmed in like this, right? You know what I'm saying? It really has, when you look at the map, you really got to wonder, who is the aggressor? But we already knew this, right? We knew this. This is old news. Once again, Bernie Sanders to unveil plan to forgive $1.6 trillion in student loan debt. But he still want to know what reparations are. I gotta scratch my beard on that one. I'm gonna pull out my brush because that's so full of bullshit right there. I have to go on and brush this out my beard just as I speak it out, right? So now, family, I need y'all to understand, do not fall for the universal hustle. Do not fall for all those people that come and talk the universal stuff. We're going to help everybody. When you help everybody, you help nobody. And as a matter of fact, a majority of the people that's going to be helped, if you really look at the numbers, are not going to look like you, and it's not going to be in the same economic bracket as you. I'm just saying. Please do not fall for the cons. Please do not fall for the smoke screens. Keep reparation at the front of your list. When we're talking to politicians, when we're talking on the internet, when we're talking to family members, we have to keep reparations at the forefront. Because if not, shit like this will push it back. Because you'll walk in and people be like, yeah, I'm gonna vote for Bernie because he's going to give $1.6 trillion in relief debt. Not realizing that just by him relieving that debt, that don't even the playing field for you, family. You still gonna be broke. Reparations is about helping you move into another level of life that has been denied to you and your ancestors. And being able to leave you a little something so that you can have a legacy for your children. Come on now. So you're gonna trade a student loan. Now, let's even look into the history of student loans. Do you know that there was a point in time in American history where you could get a summer job and pay for college? There are stories about individuals back in the day that used to be able to work part-time and pay for college and come out of college without any debt. Do you know when the debt for college started? When the government started doing guaranteed student loans. Then the colleges started raising the prices because the government guaranteed the loan. So regardless, you can still go and get a 1950 education but pay a 2019 price. Come on, family. It's a hustle. So you're going to get reparations. I mean, they're going to pay you. They're going to supposedly give you money, forgive your debt, and give money to the banks rather than give it to you. They would rather pay the banks reparation than they would rather pay you. I think Shaka used to come on the show and talk about how somebody sued all these companies because they was taking advantage of people's with mortgages. I think the name of the company is NACA. where they got all this money because they was taking advantage of you, and it's basically the government giving money to banks, and now you want to go and fall for the hustle again? Don't do it. Don't do it. If the candidate is not talking reparations, we don't need to hear them, because they need to talk to us now, because we the stubborn minority. Please understand, I have a purpose for everything I say and everything I do. We are the stubborn minority because it's the stubborn minority that has always changed the world. And you have to be firm on your stuff. So that means you need to listen in. You need to start doing your research so that when family members, because it's going to be the family members that's going to be talking to you crazy. It's going to be black people that's talking to you crazy about reparations, and you need to be able to put them in line. Hit them with the statistics. Hit them with the facts. And just keep it moving if they can't hear you after that. And then on top of that, this is the argument for you waiting for a handout. Yo, you waiting for a handout. So when your black ass is late on your car payment and a car company call you and ask you where they money at, are they asking for a handout? Or are they asking for you to pay your debt? When you late on your mortgage, or you late on your rent, or you late on them payments for that renter center shit you got in your house. When they call or come knocking on your door, do you say, man, I wish they stopped begging me? Are they begging? No, they're collecting a debt. Family, you are old. And I right now am your representative. And I'm calling in saying, where my money? We have a debt. It needs to be structured and paid out over 20, 30 years. We can work it out. We can work out some terms. Y'all work out terms with me. All right, Shaka, you ready for this folktale?
Most definitely.
Unless you got something you want to add.
Not yet.
All right, here we go. Damn, the black signal just went out. The hell going on? It's on CP time. All right, here we go. The olive tree. This one is called the olive tree and the fig tree. I'm going to go to the link. So if you go down on my timeline, I went down too far. If you go down on my timeline, you can click on it and the story will be up there. So eventually, after I get a little bit more organized, I will be posting the stories up so that those of you that need to see it can see it. I might be doing that on Gumroad, so we'll see. Also, I need to post them up. I need to do something in the newsletter with them too. So, here we go. The olive tree and the fig tree. The olive tree ridiculed the fig tree because while she was green all the year round, the fig tree changed its leaves with the seasons. A shower of snow fell upon them, and finding the olive full of foliage, it settled upon its branches and broke them down with its weight, at once despoiling it of its beauty and killing the tree. But finding the fig tree denuded of leaves, the snow fell through to the ground and did not injure it at all. I'll read it one more time. The olive tree ridiculed the fig tree because while she was green all the year round, the fig tree changed its leaves with the seasons. A shower of snow fell upon them, and finding the olive full of foliage, it settled upon its branches and broke them down with its weight, at once despoiling it of its beauty and killing the tree. But finding the fig tree denuded of leaves, the snow fell through to the ground and did not injure it. You want to go first on that one, Shaka, or you want me to hit it?
I'm I'm gonna need you to hit it, man. That's way deep. I gotta look at it too.
So we got two trees, related but different. One that stays green all year round and is beautiful and produces a beautiful fruit. Another one that changes with the seasons and loses its leaves as well as its fruit during certain seasons. One tree looked at the other tree and started teasing the tree because it stayed, in a sense, beautiful all year round. And it just so happened that one day a snowstorm hit and it blanketed the olive tree and caused its branches, because the leaves was full on it, causes the branches to become heavy and snap them off, killing the tree in the process. While the snow came and fell in between the branches of the fig tree. Oftentimes, people that are alike compare themselves to others. Talk about how possibly they are better. Looking down on something else. Because it's and I want to get this point across, and I want to be very clear with this, family. There's absolutely, positively nothing wrong with you being confident. But if your confidence comes at the expense of others, there's a problem. A lot of people build up confidence by attacking others that are different, by putting them down. And what this proverb is telling us is that everything has a purpose. Everything that happens for a reason. And you might not understand the reason why you sitting up there teasing a person, like, because the leaves and being full of stuff can be, what in the hell is going on with my... Alright, let me do something else. The leaves and the fruit can be compared to you having a lot of things, making fun of somebody else who might not have anything. And this is what the olive tree did to the fig tree. It teased it, talked about it, berated it, because this tree was different than it. And it thought that it was truly blessed. And in a sense it was. But oftentimes, some of the things that we think are blessings, well, let me put it this way. I'm going to even put it like this. Blessings cut both ways. And when I say that, it means that it cuts out, but it also could come back and cut you as well if you don't know what you're doing with it, if you don't deserve it. So some of the things that a lot of times we might brag about. Wow, it's saying I don't have no internet. What's going on here? I'm sorry. Caught my mind. A lot of times the things that we brag about and use to give ourselves one man up on somebody else can often be the very things that can lead to our destruction. Right? Family, I mean, you can put yourself, we all have been in the place of the olive tree in some form or fashion. We all have been in the place of the fig tree. Right? And we have to be able to look at these folk tales and start extracting the wisdom for us, specifically. And then also looking at it as a people. Because in many cases, because I'm telling y'all like this, family, this is why I keep on saying, people be like, man, that reparation stuff ain't going to never happen. But then now, they're having hearings on it. Now, You got people running for president talking about it, right? And people are like, well, they just malting all blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? And like for a minute, you know what I'm saying, people that was talking about reparations in the way that is being talked about now were being clowned, right? Because people thought they had something that the other people didn't. You know what I'm saying? They was the olive tree in that case. But now, family, I'm trying to tell y'all, the snow is coming. You might want to get on it. You might want to get like the fig tree, right? Because a lot of the shit that you thought wasn't going to happen possibly could be happening now. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to push. And we got to push. So now, and also, I want y'all to think about this. Listen to the story again. Tell me, what did the fig tree say to the olive tree? I'm going to go back. The olive tree ridiculed the fig tree because while she was green all year round, the fig tree changed its leaves with the season. A shower of snow fell upon them, and finding the olive full of foliage, it settled upon its branches and broke them down with its weight, at once despoiling it of its beauty and killing the tree. But finding the fig tree denuded of leaves, the snow fell through to the ground and did not injure it at all. Now, I want y'all to be aware of the fig tree response. The fig tree didn't need to argue with the olive tree. The fig tree just was happy to be a fig tree. Now, I love this story because I'm going to make sure I'm going to share this with my young people, because I want them to understand that you don't always have to respond to foolishness. In this story, the olive tree, and it's a very beautiful tree, a very powerful tree, was very foolish. It operated in a foolish fashion because it was making fun of something that was different from itself. Which is not really healthy. It's not really healthy. The fig tree allowed what was to be. Didn't complain about its fate. Didn't pray to God. Didn't even argue with the olive tree. It just was satisfied with being a fig tree. And in its silence, it was able to witness the downfall of the olive tree. Didn't wish for the downfall. Now, there's a folktale or there's a quote that says the pride preceded the fall. This fig tree, or the olive tree, was not confident. The olive tree was arrogant and mean. In this story, the fig tree was silent and confident. There's a reason my leaves fall off. It's a reason I was designed like this. And family, I need each one of you to embrace your reason. I need each of you to embrace who and what you are. This is the only way we're going to become a powerful tribe, when we start embracing who we are and accepting the blessings that we have. Even if we might not even be able to see the blessings right now, we got to understand that each of us was gifted with something. And if we are able to stand through the ridicule long enough, we will be able to see why we were designed in the way we were. We have a lot of young people, because of the social media and all this. Because there's a lot of shit our young people are being exposed to, and they start getting these ideas in their head that never came to none of us. Do you know why there wasn't a lot of black suicides when we was younger, especially a lot of black young people suicide? Because the option was never presented to us. But now this option is being presented to us. Our children and our young people have more options now, even options that aren't healthy anymore. So they never get to go through the storm or stand in the storm long enough to witness why they are the way they are. And this is a powerful folktale to start working with young people on, family, because I keep on, I'm thinking about this, and I'm sitting up here like, damn, that fig tree was phenomenal. Go ahead.
It takes me to one of my favorite Hollywood moments, and I think that this is what I'm gonna do from now on. This is gonna be my contribution to the folktale. Is I'm gonna relate it to the times that we've actually seen it play out in different ways in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this first one, I'm going to be mad if you don't know it from the way I'm describing it, but you got a vessel that's traveling towards an island for a tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
And upon this vessel are some of the fighters, the contenders. Now, one guy...
Enter the Dragon.
And he's bullying the other ones, and he goes to Bruce Lee, and what he says there, what's your style? And Bruce Lee is like, me? I have no style. He calls it the art of fighting without fighting. And the dude is like, show me. Remember that part?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's from a much older story from Japan. He got that one from a much older story from Japan about a swordsman. But go ahead. I'm going to let you finish. Because that's one of my favorite tales. But go ahead.
Okay. So Bruce say, well, we need more space. And guy's like, well, where do you want to fight? He points to the island. How about over there? We take this little canoe and we'll row it over there. And when we get done, we row the boat back. And the guy gets down on the boat, and Bruce Lee lets the rope go just little by little, and now the dude is stranded on the boat. And so, all in all, he sees this art of fighting without fighting at his expense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You said you had another one.
Oh. I'm gonna wait for a second because I know you might have wanted to touch on that a little bit.
All right, that story. That story.
Say it again.
The story you're telling.
Mm-hmm.
That story came from. It might be in other, but that story come from an old Japanese tale about this master swordsman who had retired, and a young swordsman recognized who he was. This dude was undefeated, and all the young, he just got tired. He got tired of slaughtering people, so he just retired. And he just happened to be on a boat, and a young man came up to him and basically, I'll challenge you. He said, well, we need more room than this. He put the dude on the boat and act like he was going to get out just like Bruce Lee did and let the boat go, though. So the guy was insulted, jumped off the boat, bought a horse, chased down the boat, and pursued this old man. This old man was running away from him. He didn't want to fight him. And this dude just kept on pressing him, and he drew his sword on him. But this dude was such a good swordsman that he was able to kill this man with the oar of the boat. Quiet confidence, like you said. Quiet confidence. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to fight. He was retired. He was tired of the bloodshed. So he was going away to isolate himself. And he had confidence in himself. Not arrogance, but confidence. I'm trying to save you, young boy. But he couldn't tell him that, because if he told him that, homeboy would have been insulted and would have pursued him even more. So he fooled him and got him off the boat. But homeboy basically chased down death. Which we see a lot of times. Because some people, they can't tell the difference between arrogance and confidence. Because they don't have the confidence. All they know is arrogance. So when they run into somebody confident, it kind of does something to them. I have to talk about them. Go ahead.
on some, I don't know if you ever saw this. I highly, highly, highly recommend, if you've never seen this battle, to please check it out. It's now in the book, in the history books for me. Is one of the greatest MC freestyle, or if you want to call it freestyle, battles in history, between Loaded Lux and Calico.
Mm-hmm.
And in this particular battle, you see the extreme difference in someone who is confident and seasoned, and someone who is still a little green and arrogant. And the way that Loaded Lux played on, strategically broke this man down. It's unreal, man. I've never seen anything like it before. And if anybody has anything as dynamic as this rap battle, I want to see it.
How long is it?
Okay, the uncut is about 43 minutes. Now, dig this though. If you put Lux versus Calico second verse, you will get within a 7 minute, but the hype is 7 minutes that you could imagine. Hatim, even if you just played a sample of it, is worth the man.
I'm gonna check it out after we get off. I'm gonna put it on after we get off, cause you got me interested now. Cause I'm sitting up like, yo, now I want to see this. I finally got my internet back up. It says, the olive tree and the fig tree. This is off of what I posted up. For some reason, it wouldn't go. Brag and nature may bring you down. That's one of the morals that they got for the story. Brag and nature may bring you down. And in many ways, man, we can see that happening with the country that we exist in right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We see it with a lot of people around us right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's and you can see this, and it's about, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, because as Black folks family, we have been very, very, very confident and quiet in many cases.
Come on, man. Those who are proactive in this whole evolution of a people. Let me just say, when you know that we live in an age where they're killing killers, it's time to really strategically format the way that we do things and the way that we pass down that power. And we live in an age where information is key. The way we get that information is just as important as the actual fundamental lesson. You understand? So it's there's a lot going on.
A whole lot.
Yeah.
A whole lot. You know what I'm saying? And family, like I said, we could rest in our confidence, you know what I'm saying? Because we could be braggadocious like that olive tree. But it's always coming. Something always coming. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, I'm not gonna hold it up, because I see, hold on, we got somebody in the chat, because my chat is up now. Cynthia Johnson, when faced with confidence, arrogance is quick to react in anger, thus irrationally, and they lose the battle. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, baby. That was good. That was good.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? So, somebody else on the line, or because it sound like it's echoing.
I heard that too.
So, but yeah, that was you. Unless somebody just hung up real quick, I ain't catch him. But family, I ain't gonna hold y'all up no longer. I'm gonna thank y'all remind you that we got the G&J Mall popping off. I'll remind you that we will be toasting tomorrow. I have my second meeting with Philip Shock Matthews, and I'm going to be working that. As a matter of fact, I posted up, and I'll post it up again. I posted up a link to the book that he published. It's called Digitalnomics. And I'm telling y'all, like I said, if you don't get the hardback, go on get the Kindle version. This is an excellent book, especially if you are a content creator. This brother has a blueprint that is workable. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, I got all the parts to the engine, but I don't know how to put it together. So, like I said, I'm working with him right now. This is how good the book was, right? That I said, damn, let me get in touch with this dude, because maybe he could help me with what I want to do with the journey. You know what I'm saying? And following my own rules, because every now and then, like I said, I got elders all around me, but unfortunately, a lot of elders came before the computer. Now, some of them are good with it, but they're not. But in the Players Pyramid, I talk about 7 tools, and one of the tools, well, I'll just read all 7 to you. Have a clear idea of what you want, because like I said, you're building a pyramid. So you got to have a clear idea of what you want. You got to ask yourself, what am I willing to sacrifice to reach my goal? You got to see the end before you begin. You got to be open to learn new things about the world and yourself. No longer see failure, only see feedback. That's number 5. Check out number 6 and 7. Develop personal rituals that help you focus on your goals daily. That's why we do the daily toast. I'm not playing with this, family. This is... All right, last one. Have a mentor or hero. Find you a mentor or hero to help you build what it is that you're building. If you can find somebody that already has done or is doing what you want to do, mentor yourself to them. Right? Learn. There's nothing wrong with, as a matter of fact, the silent confidence of the fig tree. Because because y'all know for a while, I've been doing this show. Like I said, just on this show. Matter of fact, I just posted up folk tales from grown folks that's 5 years old. I've been doing this show particularly for 5 years. I've been doing every day. I've been doing the daily toast.
Your 5-year anniversary. You should do
well, actually, it's been longer. You gotta think about this, Shaka. It's actually been long. I don't even know how many years. I gotta figure out how many years. Because think about this, Shaka. You used to come to Columbus and get on my shows. Shit. This how long I've been. How long you been out of Columbus?
It's been a minute.
What I'm saying is, I started podcasting not too long after that. So I've been doing this, and I got all the pieces, but it's just a matter of putting them together. So I seen somebody who was talking about the tools that I was using, but was having a success that I didn't have. So I said, how can I plug into it? And I'm saying all that to say that when I read the book, I was like, damn. So he drops at the beginning of the book, he drops information about black folks and our melanin. Then he goes into how to create what he called a why. Check it out. He discusses a why. He calls it a walk-away wealth system by creating content using a lot of the tools that I already got. I said, well, damn, family. Because once I get it, you already know, right? Because I love sharing. So I go on and break off the bread. You know what I'm saying? If I could get something that I could use to help, like, you know what I'm saying? Because like soon as I get it, me and Shaka gonna be sitting down talking. Right? Because I'm going to be able to help him bring value to the people, in a way that he might have not hit yet. Got all these people around me that's able to bring value and bring content. Why isn't one of us, at least one of us in the circle, knocking it out? Right? So, and family, please don't get me wrong. It's not to get rich, but for me, one of the things I want to do is, I like all this shit costs money. Let's just keep it all the way real. And I like to have money on hand, so when it's time for us to go for a camping trip, I don't have to always ask y'all, because in other ways, y'all done support it to where I'm able to be like, boom, let's do it. Let's do it. I got the content. Shit, I got 7 books that I produce. You know what I'm saying? I got thousands of shows. I got shows so old that you'll never find them. So all I got to do is go into my archive, pull a show about a certain situation, and I can, you know what I'm saying? I got content. I got value. Shaka got songs. Shit, Shaka don't even play my favorite song. So, I mean, it's like, so we got people in our circle with content. The issue is, how do we make the world aware of the value that we could bring in a way without having to sell our souls? Because we ain't doing that, right? Shit. So family, shouts out to Miss Kim Carswell. I see you out there. Oh my God, it got to be like 3 o'clock. You must be having insomnia, or you got a lot of work to do, sister. But thank you for joining us. If there's any questions for me or Shaka out there, y'all can go on and post them up. Call-in lines are open, 614-556-4535. Another reason I'm posting it up there is because the brother showed me. He said, listen, and this was on the free call. You know what I'm saying? He said, dude, you're not using affiliate marketing. What's wrong with you? You have products, other people have products. He said, oh. So I said, cool. When I find stuff that I like, boom, post it up. You know what I'm saying? Talk about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to start doing, because like I said, I got some herbs and stuff I've been bringing and stuff. I'm in marketing class that addresses the issue you're talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Because we really have to start building, because our audience is out there. It's just a matter of us being able to get out there to them. And one of the reasons I created, in a sense, the Gye-Nyame Journey Media, because we had Gye-Nyame Tribe, but now we got the Gye-Nyame Journey Media, because we have to start creating the media outlets that will attract those that think like us, because there's a lot of us. There's a lot of us out here. This is why I said create the newsletter. This is why I said we need to do the market. This is why, you know what I'm saying? This is why we talking about cultural stabilizing holidays. Next session starts soon. OMA with Mark. What does OMA stand for? Oh, I'm already in the marketing class. Online Marketing Associates. That it? So, I'm like, I'm hurting off of this. Don't make sure my wife ain't hear me and shit. I'm breaking some bread. Like, shit. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But like I said, family, find a mentor. Find somebody that's doing what you want to do, or close to it, and become and learn. Ohio Market Association, right? And learn. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the steps in the Players Pyramid. That's one of the steps in Gye-Nyame. You got to. You know what I'm saying? You got to. You know what I'm saying? Because many of us, and this is sort of, many of us is on that olive tree shit. We so full. We got the green leaves. We got the olives. You can't tell me nothing. That's why you over there naked. Ha, ha, ha. We're so full. We're so full that we can't receive. I'm saying, family, you need to let some of that shit go. Because a lot of stuff that we collect, a lot of the leaves as olive trees that we hold, and a lot of the olives that we're holding on to, right? a lot of the possessions that we bring into our lives, a lot of things that we're holding on to and refusing to let go, is taking up space for the possible blessings that the ancestors have for you.
Man, can I take it deeper, or do you want to go?
Go on, man. Take it. You know. Go on, man.
Man, you know what? Sometimes in life, and when I say what I'm about to say, we're going to reflect on self, and you'll find an instance where this happens, where you have made something or someone in your existence that olive tree. And for me, recently, I realized that that's what I had done in a situation where actually, look, there's a woman that I know that is so, her power is very subtle, but it's obvious there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everything she does, everything she touches turns to gold. So she sees things through. And I'm looking at this sister like, in order for me to really step into her existence, I got to be comfortable in my own. And as I'm talking to one of my relatives about this, and he like, yeah, well, if she was comfortable enough for ABC, then you could have had the XYZ a long time ago. And the piece is that in my mind, because I set my own parameters that until I get to this point.
Right. Go ahead. I hear you. Go ahead.
I don't even want to entertain that because I'm going to feel like I didn't earn my way into her existence. And
that we can't even hear the voices of our ancestors. We don't have room to hear our ancestors, especially those. See, it's those of you that especially are embarking on this daily toast journey, whether you're tuning in once a week, whether you're tuning in once a month, where you'd have made it a ritual, right? Part of a ceremony for yourself, for your personal development, because you understand what we're doing here. You're doing the water, you're doing the health drink, you're taking the breath. You're doing the movement, right? Boom. You're moving your body and you're trying to move towards a healthy state so that you could actually be worthy of saluting those loved ones in your life, right? When you become too full, you can't even hear the messages that they trying to send you. I often tell people, I say, listen, family, if you're going to be a good student, one of the first tools you have to master is humbleness. Humble don't mean that you're not confident. As a matter of fact, it takes true confidence to actually be humble. But you can be too arrogant and miss everything. You hold on to old knowledge that you had when somebody giving you some good shit. But you can't hear them because you hold on to this old shit so hard. You got it draped on you like the olives on the tree, like the leaves on the tree. And the snow is falling on you, and eventually because you hold on to all this shit, you're going to snap. Come on, family. We better than that. I'm typing in the call-in line. If you want to join the conversation, we got a couple more minutes. I was only going to hang up because it's like, y'all was quiet. Even Shaka, this one too deep. Come on, Shaka, dig deep. It's called wisdom mining, man. Get dirty. Get this crystallized wisdom.
Yeah. In conclusion of that last story I just told, I think that it's always important to reflect on the late, great Mosiah. Says, if you have no confidence in self, then you're twice defeated in the race of life. But with confidence, you have won even before you have started.
And be clear, he said confidence, not arrogance. They might be brothers and sisters. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They related to each other. Confidence and arrogance relate. So sometimes it's hard to tell them apart. Because I got a lot of people that, I mean, that they think it's confidence, but I'll be like, God damn, you arrogant.
Right.
You know, I'm probably arrogant sometimes too. You know, I'm learning. I'm learning like each one of y'all. We learning, but we need to go on and be able to check ourselves and kind of check some of our family members. You know what I'm saying? Because you have people that just totally go off on some shit that might not even be necessary for them to go off on. You know what I'm saying? Because it's arrogance. Because with arrogance I'm the center. Everything needs to rotate on me.
Go another one.
Go ahead.
Apocalypto.
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
On many different levels in Apocalypto. But if you remember in the beginning where it's this peaceful little tribe, you know, the men came home from hunting and homeboy's mother-in-law was telling them, go in there and make a baby. You're useless. You can't even do it. You can't even get it up. You can't even make me a baby. They go in there and make me two, and I'll be out here waiting. Calling them useless and all of that. And then when the thing happens where their little tribe gets taken and captured, right? And they get taken to the temple, and he's going to get sacrificed, and she's at the marketplace, and they trying to sell her. And they cut her loose because they said they couldn't even sell her as a slave. She's useless. She's old and useless. Yeah.
Damn, that's the story. Wow, that was a good one. That was a good one. That was wait, clap it up for Brother Shaka. Because that was it. That was it. Come on now, where my audience at? Spiritual beings be tripping, man. The audience, the animals, they be, you know what I'm saying? It be like they be on strike sometimes. I mean, I think you had them in shock, because they're like, damn. They need to clap it up. But yo, family, we have been on for, believe it or not, for 1 hour and 6 minutes. Wow. How time flies when you're having fun. Family, I want to remind you that you are now standing in the home of the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I'm your host, Brother High Tim. We want to thank Brother Shaka for joining us on FFGF, hashtag FFGF. Does anybody want to send out a hashtag about the show? Hashtag FFGF, also known as Folktales for Grown Folks. This is the Heart of a Simple production. Speaking of that, shots out and prayers out for the young sisters up at Simpson Camp right now. We give them another roar. Where? And the young ones and the old ones too. I know I'm going to hear about it. You know, and the only thing we do is strive to blow up your old paradigms. Alright, family, I'm getting the nighttime itch. That means it's time for me to go to sleep. I want to thank you for your time. Shouts out Shaka for joining us. I'm out!